Hi, and thanks for logging on to the daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Tzom Gedaliah, the fast of Gedaliah, third day of Tishrei, 21st day of September. Here we go. Now, this is such an interesting fast. Most of the fasts that we commemorate during the year, not all, but most of them, like Shiva Asar B'Tammuz and Tisha B'Av, and Asar B'Teves, and those are the types of fasts that were commemorating moments that led to the Churban, the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash. And typically, I'm not including Yom Kippur, which is its own separate category, but typically most of the fasts are just so and commemorating the something that led up to the destruction of one of the Beis Hamikdash, is one of the temples. Now, Tzom Gedaliah, interestingly, happens right here in Aseret Yemei Tshuva, the 10 days of repentance. So it feels like it was just put there by the rabbis to, have a fast just as we leave Rosh Hashanah. But I'm about to say that's not really what happened. One more thing that makes it look that way is when we get to Avinu Malkeinu, and there's always two choices in the middle of Avinu Malkeinu. For a regular fast during the year, when we say Avinu Malkeinu, we say Zachrenu l'chaim tovim. Remember us for a good life. That's what we say typically when we're referring to a fast and we're saying Avinu Malkeinu. Then when we do things, the Avinu Malkeinus of the 10 days of Tshuva, we say Kasvenu, write us, B'Sefer Chaim Tovim. Write us in the book of Chaim Tovim, of good life, because we know we're in the 10 days of repentance, and we get written in the book according to whatever happens during the Aseret Yemei Tshuva. Well, when we have Tzom Gedaliah, we will be saying Avinu Malkeinu like the rest of the 10 days of Tshuva, and we'll be inserting the Kasvenu B'Sefer Chaim Tovim, and those few there that say that exact language, because it is a fast that's happening during Aseret Yemei Tshuva. So let's get to the nitty-gritty, what really happened, and really it is related to the Churban, and that's why this fast is being commemorated today. And it's this. Gedaliah ben Achikum was the governor in Israel after the destruction of the first Beis Hamikdash. So, and you all know, I think you know, that he was assassinated at this time. Small debate as to whether it was exactly on the 3rd of Tishrei, but we won't be discussing that. But he was assassinated, and in a way, it relates very strongly to the Churban, because when he was assassinated, all the Jews who were left in the area of Israel at that time, this was soon after the destruction of the first Beis Hamikdash, and they were left there under a Jewish governor who had been allowed by the oppressors, and now he was assassinated, and they feared for their lives. They thought there would be horrible retribution against them for allowing this to happen under their watch, and so the last remnants of the Jews that were in the area of Israel fled at that point, right now, when Gedaliah ben Achikum got destroyed. And that kind of, to use a 2020 expression, that sealed the deal. It clinched it that now the Jews would flee. They literally fled the area of Israel, knowing that their conquerors would be so upset that the man that they had appointed was now assassinated. And so really what it kind of did was it clinched or sealed the deal on the destruction of the temple. There were now going to be no remnants of Israel, no Jewish people left in the land of Israel. So in that sense, it is a fast commemorating the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash, or at least the last nail in the coffin of the presence of Jews in the land of Israel. So when you look at it like that, it is strongly, strongly related to the Churban, and it happened during Aseret Yemei Tshuva, during these 10 days, and we commemorate it now. So it is essentially on our calendar because it is related to the Churban of the Beis Hamikdash, the destruction of the temple, and yet it takes on a lot of the characteristics of a fast that happens during the Aseret Yemei Tshuva, because it is during the 10 days of Tshuva. Either way, the proceedings are the same as a typical fast. Either way, our focus should be on teshuvah, on repentance. That's the theme of pretty much all fasts throughout the entire year, and it is the same now. So the usual proceedings, pretty much the same, will take place. The fast starts at the crack of dawn I'm actually recording this a little after the crack of dawn, so you're going to hear this after the fast has begun. And the fast is going to end when it's nightfall in your area. That's approximately when Rosh Hashanah ended in your city. So have a meaningful fast. Think thoughts of teshuvah, repentance. That's paramount. That's for sure the thing that you're supposed to do, regardless of what I just discussed in the last 5 minutes. It's still a fast during which we must think of repentance. That's supreme on our minds right now as we go through the 10 days of tshuva. Thanks for logging on. Have a very meaningful fast, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.